Wednesday, 16th day of March 2016. We're going to do a quick recap of the OTAD trade alerts, just like we did yesterday. OTAD stands for one trade a day. In the world of Emini Futures trading, and all trading, I suppose, you really only need one good trade a day, and you can build a very successful trading business. So let's just move right along. I've already marked up the charts for your convenience, so this shouldn't take very long at all. Each day, the OTAD, one trade a days, for the different markets that we publish for, go up at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So wherever you are at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, you get to a computer, get to a keyboard, eminifuturestrading.com. Once you're logged in, whatever markets you have subscribed to, you will have the weekly password for those markets. So, for instance, if you have subscribed to the S&P 500 Emini Futures feed, you'll click on that channel, you'll enter your password, and you'll have the trade for the day. Today's trade said two things. It said if you have a chance, sell 2003 1/4. Now, we knew that we had a weekly trading zone right below us at 2000/2001. But that's okay because we have 2 points of room to run. That's what we call it. If there had been less than 2 points to the zone, we would not have taken the trade because we expect this zone to be good support. It was here, it was here, why not here? So, I said we published 2 things on the S&P. We also said if you have the opportunity to buy 2013. There was a Fed announcement today, and the market took off like a shot. We typically will not trade a Fed announcement or any major economic event. We'll wait about 15, 20 minutes for the market to kind of cool down a little bit, go back to plain vanilla. That's what we like, plain vanilla. No sprinkles, no rocky road, plain vanilla. That's where we operate best. So, price goes up through 2013, puts in a swing high at 2018. Now that's 5 points. Not 5 ticks. 5 points. Okay? If your daily goal is 2 points a day, and if you're trading the 2420 blueprint, that would be your goal in the S&P, 2 points a day. It's $100 per contract per day. It's how you build a trading business. It's not how you get rich quick overnight. It's how you build a real business with a real income stream, one that's reliable, dependable, and consistent. It's not like the roller coaster at Disneyland where, you make some money and then, whoa, you lose some money. And the process just keeps repeating itself. There's no actual growth there. Now, when the one trade a days come out, they are good until 11:30 a.m. the following day. Yesterday, as you can see, we had said to buy 2004. That ran up and gave us 7 3/4 points. Then last night, because important prices and important areas are almost always tested, what did price do? It came right back up through the trigger again, this time delivering 5 1/4 points. And you'll notice that on both occasions, the trade ended at the weekly trading zone. So we expect the zone to be resistance on the way up and support on the way down. Eventually, price will break out and head for the next zone overhead or the zone below. How long can this? We've seen this go on for a week. Typically, a couple hours, couple days is more like it. So, yesterday, if you bought 2004, There was a 7 3/4 point trade on tap with the weekly trading zone as a target. Also, our indicators would have kept you in the trade so that you could maximize your profit potential. Last night, price moved back down to the zone, and then this morning back up to the zone, and then back down to the zone, and then back up to the zone. From 2001 to 2009 is 8 points. So that's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40 points, pretty as you please, going from zone to zone to zone to zone to zone. Now, is this something new? No. We've been publishing the zones publicly since December 14th of 2009. Michael and I hogged them to ourselves for a while and traded them, not so much to be piggy, but to make sure it was a quality product before we released it to the CFRN partners. Since we've published the zones the first time, it has been very repetitious. If you Google CFRN, Emini, or just CFRN weekly trading zones, Google that, you'll get a page full of articles I've written, some long, some short, some a page, some a paragraph. Read those, and then at the top of the search page where it says images right next to news, click that, and you'll find a lot of charts that Google has kindly organized and curated for us on one page. You'll find some other people's charts mixed in. Google's not perfect, but neither are we. But their algorithm's pretty swift. So it's a good way for you to get up to speed if you're on a trial or if you've just become a partner and you want to be able to put these zones to use. That's the best place to start. Then arrange for a personal mentoring session with me, no charge, whether you're a partner, whether you're on a trial, or whether you're just kicking our tires. If you want a personal mentoring session, an evaluation, if you want somebody to tell you that it's actually possible to be profitable as a trader, I'll be happy to talk to you. Share with you what I know, share with you my own journey, the agony, the blown up accounts, all the stuff that I went through to get from there to here. Have I arrived? Nah, I got a long way to go. I'm mediocre at best, and look what we're doing. In the live trading room, you'll see Michael trading. Now, that's something to see. So if you go to apply.cfrn.net, you can watch him. So on today's OTAD, if you sold 20.03 1/4 down to the zone, you had an opportunity to pick up your 2 points plus for the day. Done. Then comes the Fed announcement. Off we go. We trigger 2013. Now this is in the same 30-minute period. So if you want to wait until the dust settles, that's a good idea. Look what happens. Price gets back below the trigger, and because important prices in important areas are almost always tested, off it goes again. And this time it puts in a swing high up at 22.75. So from 13 to 22.75, that's one tick shy of 10 points. That's a 9 3/4 point move. Got a 2-point move down here, 9 3/4 point move here. That's off the OTAD trade alert for today, Wednesday, 16th day of March, 2016. Next, we'll go to the Dow, the YM. Our OTAD today said to buy 171.90, and if you did, you only had one chance to buy it today. Put in a swing high at 172.87. roughly 90 points at $5 per point. The S&P pays $50 per point. The Dow pays $5 per point. Next on the agenda, we'll go to gold. Gold was a barn burner. The OTAD that went out at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, it said to buy 12:30. Okay? You had an opportunity. This first little mark is $1,000 per contract. The next little mark represents $2,000 per contract. From 12:30 to 12:40, 12:40 to 12:50, and then 12:50 to 12:60. That gives you $3,000 per contract for the day. Now, what if you're new to trading? What if you don't know where you're supposed to get out? Well, when you become a partner, we're going to teach you that. And then our indicators are going to help you. If you had entered this trade and you were using our indicator set, here's what would have happened. You would still be in this trade. Nope, not anymore. We're going to start out trailing our stop behind the BBC. Up here, when the black step line, and you can see why we call it the step line because it looks like a step ladder. On a long trade, when the step line gets on the south side of the blue line, which is known as the CFMA1, it's not an MA1, or it's not an MA moving average, but once we coded it, we had to call it something, and so that's what we call it. We're not that creative naming stuff. Pretty good with the coding. Maybe we should hire somebody to do the naming. Now, the first candle that closes below the black step line on the south side of the CFMA1. In other words, see, that's an up close. If you look real close, can you see the red sticking out below right there? That actually qualifies. The close of that candle is 1260.80, but maybe because you're new, you're not quite sure, you're still learning. But this one, you're absolutely 100% certain that this is your ticket to get out of town. All right? This candle closed at 12:59.40. So let's do some fast math if you want. 12:59.40 minus 12:30. Probably could have done that in my head. That's 234 ticks at $10 a tick. So what is that? It's $2,340. Well, I thought you said that was $3,000. It is. So I probably did my math wrong. This closed at 12:59.40. So I'm just going to call that 12:59. 30, yeah, I did the math wrong. Even with a calculator. Okay? So this candle closed at, see where it says close 12:59.40? Okay? I'm going to type in 12:59.40 minus our entry at 1230, and the answer is How did I come up with 2,000? All right. Buy 12.30. At 12.40, that's a grand. Because a $10 move in gold is worth $1,000 per contract for the trader. So 12.40. Not quite sure what happened right there, but somehow I just lost my data stream. All right, so we're long at 12.30. At 12.40, that's 10 bucks. It's $1,000. 12.50, it's 2,000. 12.60, it's 3,000. Okay? Now, why is this? Okay, it's 7 ticks difference. So if I just, okay, it says it closed at 12:59.40. I'm just going to say it closed at 12:59. Okay. I'm gonna now I've got to get this right. 12:59 minus 12:30 equals $2,900. 29. I don't know what was so terribly difficult about that, but I'm certainly glad we got it fixed. Aren't you? All right. So I think we may have lost a little video cam, but that's okay because I believe we're still streaming and we'll be able to catch the rest of the recap. We've done the ES. Yes, yes. Crude oil. Did we do crude? Today the OTAD at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And that was right here. It said to buy 38.05. Okay? So if you bought 38.05 at 38.95, which we didn't quite get to, let's round it. Let's go down to 38.85. From 38.05 to 38.85, that would be 80 points. Okay? Or $800 per contract available. Okay? All right. $800 per contract available. Now, you're probably wondering what all this is about. This was the Concierge Trade Alert from today. And since it's there begging to be discussed, I'll go ahead and just show it to you. GCL J6, buy 37.10. So if you bought 37.10, when it hit 38, buy 37.10. When you hit 38.10, right there, it's $1,000 per contract. Had it made it to 39.10, that would have been $2,000 per contract, but it didn't. But it did make it to 800. Now, where would you have exited this trade? It's a great question. I'm going to teach you how to do that. When you become a partner, when you and I start doing one-on-one mentoring sessions, you're still in this trade. Now, the step line did get on the south side of the MA1, but we don't have a close below the step line. So you're still cruising on the crude trade. Okay? Now, there's nothing that says you can't take your profits and go home for the day. You can. By all means, you can. Now, see back here on this trade, you see that close right there? That took you out of the concierge trade at $700 per contract. Plain as day. I'll help it become plain as day, because I know if you're brand new, it's really not plain as day right now. But we believe trading's not easy, but it can be simple. And so we're going to do everything we can to show you just how simple it can really be. So I've shown you Crude. I've shown you the Russell. The Russell, we had two opportunities to sell 1062. Okay. The first move down at 1130 turned into this move, and we got in a low of 1060.4. So we're talking 16 ticks or $160 per contract. Important prices, important areas, almost always tested. This time on the way down, we make it all the way to 1059.20. 1059.20. So from 62 to 59, that would be 3, so that would be $280 per contract. Today's OTAD issued at 11:30, published at 11:30, said you could also consider buying 1069. Now, this happened at 13:30 before the Fed announcement. Let me make sure I've got my chart timing right, because a couple of them got off. Yeah, this one did. Okay, I just wanted to be sure. Let me fix that. Arizona does not do daylight savings time, so I now have to be up at 6:30 a.m. Eastern when the market opens. I get 4 months out of the year of like a little mini vacation. Now, because OTADs are valid for how long? 24 hours. Look what's happening on tonight's Globex Open. We're getting another trigger. After this trigger, and this trigger, and this trigger, and this trigger, and this trigger. So, all in all, pretty swell day in the Russell. Okay, we did the gold, beautiful day in gold. We did the Dow, beautiful day in the Dow. We did the ES. We did Crude. We've done it all, folks. So that's it. I promised you it wouldn't take too terribly long, and it didn't. Now I'll go to work doing the Concierge Trade Alerts, which I will email out to our clients as quickly as I can get them done and in the mail. I'm shooting for 9 p.m. Eastern. If you missed today's radio show, if you go and watch the show, the first 20 minutes of the show is Michael doing a recap of every trade that happened in the live trading room. Now, our method of trading is a little bit different, but the core principles are the same. In the live trading room, we only risk 8 ticks. Our daily goal is $100 per contract per day. Once you make your daily goal, put the mouse away. Make your goal for the day, put the mouse away, come back tomorrow. Repeat this process. Once you put together 10 days in a row of doing that, you're allowed to go live with one contract. You're going to stay with the one contract until you increase your account balance by $2,000. Then you'll be able to add a second contract. Then we go on a calendar-based schedule, and the 2420 blueprint, the name kind of gives it away. It's designed to take you from 1 to 20 contracts over a period of 24 months. Now, does it guarantee that you'll get there in 24 months? I wish it could do that, but it can't. All sorts of things can happen. You can hit roadblocks, stumbling blocks in life. You could get sick. Someone close to you could get sick. You could hit a rough patch. You could start dealing with some issues. Traders, once they go live, have a tendency to have some psychological issues surface that they didn't even know they had or that existed inside of them. But the truth of the matter is they do. Okay? So I want to encourage you that if you are looking for more than a trade calling service, okay, Michael does call out each trade he takes. He points it out. He calls the market. He tells what price he's going to get in at, and he'll trail his stop. He'll maximize the profit potential of each trade because he's so aggressive with his risk management, which is what we're going to teach you. You'll probably say something like, man, that guy gets stopped out a lot. Well, it's on purpose. It's part of our methodology. It's what has kept us in business for so many years. And it's what allows us to take someone who's brand new and actually teach them to become, hopefully, a consistently profitable trader as opposed to just another statistic and another blown up account. So if you're tired of blowing up accounts, if you're tired of the slick willies that sell you the indicators, shake your hand and wish you the best, if you're ready for something different, if you want to become a part of a community, and that's what we are, we really are a community. We meet every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 11:30, trade and train. Then on Thursday nights, we get together for our community workshop where we talk about whatever you want to talk about. Whatever's on your heart, whatever's on your mind, whatever help you need with your platform, your indicators, your trading. We spend a couple of hours doing what you need us to do. Oftentimes, partners will take the mic and share their own experiences, their triumphs, their tragedies. As long as it's the truth about trading, it's open game. Again, if you haven't read that, please do. Google CFRN, The Truth About Emini Trading. Read that article, okay? I think it will open your eyes to something that maybe you haven't really thought about in that light before. And then that might make you want to go here to apply.cfrn.net. That's a place where you can easily sign up for the free trial. And the free trial really is free. There's no gotcha, no credit card, no obligation, no nothing. Just 5 business days, so it doesn't matter what day you start on. You'll get 5 days in the live trading room. If you start on a Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay? So don't worry about that. Once you're in the live trading room, actually before you get into the trading room, you're going to have a set of instructions that teach you how to get the indicators up and running on your computer. We support NinjaTrader, we support DT Pro, we support any white labeled platform that clears through Gain Capital. So if you don't have a platform that's compatible with our indicators, the good folks at Daniel's Trading will be happy to extend a free trial to you. Again, no credit card, no obligation. You'll have a platform that looks just like mine. You'll not only be able to run the indicators, but in the simulator, you'll be able to put on and take off trades for an entire week. Now, what this boils down to is at the end of the week, you won't have to wonder if this is something you can do or not, because if you've been moving along at a steady pace with us all week, you'll know whether or not you can do it because you've already done it. You've just spent a week doing it. Don't know of any other way to make it any simpler. I'll end with this. Trading's not easy. I don't care what the websites say or the emails say. It's not easy. But it can be simple. And I certainly hope that I see you tomorrow morning in the live trading room. Thanks so much for hanging out. Have a great evening. And I'll see you on the internet, as they say.